I'll get this one going. Welcome back to 307 Reacts. I'm Matt. That's Chris. I just have one thing to say really quick. Clowns are everywhere, and if you don't see one, you are one. You see it. You know what it is. It's finally time. We're getting back in with our dude Tom Macdonald.
Hell yeah.
It's been a long time, but honestly,
he's got some big shit going on this week.
The reason why we haven't done any of his music lately is because he's been kind of absent from doing YouTube and stuff like that. He's had little updates on his Instagram and stuff, but
he's been working hard.
Apparently, he's been behind the scenes, putting screws and wood and shit together and
building a house,
building
man.
sets, and I don't know. He's tagged teased the last couple days about having some big stuff going on. Apparently, he just bought a beat from Eminem, and he's doing something with that, and so
$100,000 for a beat, bro.
It's fucking crazy. But I mean, you know, if that's what you want, and then he got a lot of flack for that, but
yeah,
I don't know why, because Eminem's supposed to be like one of his inspirations for becoming a rapper, anyways, right?
Yeah. Here's the wild thing, right? If I had fuck you money, okay, I would buy a beat from Eminem because that's not something you can buy on Facebook Marketplace.
Exactly.
Like,
that's something you have to be
literally. He's probably the only person in the world that Eminem has mixed a beat and he bought it. It's his.
And like you were saying, that's not something you can just pick up on a marketplace item. That's something that, like, he's probably been talking to Eminem. He's probably been talking to his producers, his bookies, his you know, all those guys. That's a big fucking deal, man.
Big deal.
So this video that we're watching actually has been requested to us after we watched Dax do his Joker videos. We asked you guys for more suggestions. Tom Macdonald and Dax have a collab, and it's called Blame the Rappers. And this was...
We had no idea.
we asked about it in the Joker video, and we got probably 30 comments.
Oh, yeah.
Blame the rappers, blame the rappers, blame the rappers. So, we had a few people that said that it wasn't exactly what they expected. So I'm kind of interested to see see what we come up with here. But, man, I've been loving the Dax stuff, and I fucks with Tom. I'm on board with the Tom train here.
Yeah,
so
all the way. Welcome back, Hog Fam.
Yeah,
sorry
what's up,
we've
guys?
been gone for a little bit. We took a deep dive into country rap there for a little bit.
Those guys are grinding.
They got some good shit.
They're grinding,
too,
man.
So.
They just it's hard to break away from them when every day you're at work and it's like premiere in 30 minutes. Adam Calhoun and Demon Jones, like, God damn it. Okay, guess we're changing plans tomorrow. So anyways, we made it to the list. Let's see what these two have to say. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'm losing my respect for the genre. How many songs about Xanax and alcohol are we dropping?
Yeah.
How many kids we gonna kill for we admit it's a problem? Probably stop if it was one of our sons or one of our daughters.
Yeah.
We know our demographic is primarily youth. We glorify breaking the law to children in school. Kids copy what we see and imitate what we do. They'll go to jail for doing the things you thought them was cool. We put women in our videos exploiting their bodies, while little girls around the world grab their phone and they watch it. They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts, but no lawyers or doctors. Hey!
Wow. Big facts.
Oh, it's refreshing.
Big facts, bro.
It's so refreshing to hear Tom spitting again, man. Like, it's so nice, dude. He comes right back in with just his same messages. Like, this shit is fucked, man. You know, like, dude, we're objectifying these women in our videos, and then these little girls are picking it up and watching them as role models, and like, oh, that's what I need to do to get into a music video. And it's like, no.
It's so sad to think that there are, like, I think I saw a statistic, and it could be, you know, something somebody made up. It could be real. I don't know. But it wouldn't surprise me. It said that over 65% of Cardi B's following is between the ages of 8 and 14.
Yeah, which is
like
insane, man.
Like, and she's not a great role model.
Dude, I watched 30 seconds of that video in the remix that we listened to.
Without Church's remix, Bodak Yellow.
It blew my mind so far that I was just like, what? This isn't real. This isn't real.
Yeah.
No, it's very fucking real.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So,
and, like, you know, she comes out these songs like WAP, and her presence on stage, I mean, hardly not wearing a goddamn thing, just bumping buttholes with everybody in the world. Like,
Exactly, man. No, I know where you're coming from.
It's not great. Okay.
I'm glad they're out here doing. It's refreshing to hear Tom doing his thing again, man. I'm just psyched to be listening to him again. Let's see what Dax has to say.
They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts, but no lawyers or doctors. Hey, hip-hop, what the hell happened? It was power to the people, and we like that stuff. These days, you're promoting that it's fun to be an addict, so I'm asking, how could y'all write that, bruh? You can blame the rappers.
Love it.
But your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns. music is a privilege.
Okay, sorry. I love those lines. You can't blame the rappers when you show up and make the songs. You know, you sing the songs that make you dumb. Like, it's one of those things, man.
It's so like, it's so interesting to me watching people grow up and the different values they take with them. I was actually talking to a customer about this the other day. There was a lot of kids that I grew up with that were like, you know, even their political stance, right? They were like super left wing, and then they grew up and, you know, their views changed a little bit, and they kind of, you know, they ended up somewhere kind of in the middle, like where I'm at, you know. And
isn't
it's
that a
like,
statistic somewhere out there that says, like, as you're younger, you know, your views and values tend to lean more left, but then as you grow up and you become more financially responsible and fiscally responsible, your views start to tend to lean a little more right.
Yeah, because as a kid, you're influenced by many things, by music, by Disney, by
what you see on TV, what you buy in the stores, how things are set up.
And everything to a kid is, you know, taught that, oh, you know, the world is so perfect and good is always going to prevail, and, you know, you're a princess or you're a king and a prince and all this, that,
there's
the
always
other,
a movie.
and,
there's always a movie ending somewhere, right?
Yeah,
that kind of a thing.
Every movie ending is good. You know, life is always going to work out the way it's supposed to, and that's not the reality of it. You know, you wake up and you're going to get kicked around, and life is just going to wreck your shit. And
that's why some of my favorite movies are the ones that have shitty endings, you know, like the ones that don't have the happy ending. It's like, that's you know,
was that Boy in the Striped Pajamas, right? About the Holocaust. The kid, he was one of the officer's sons, right? And he would sneak out of the house and go to the gate of the concentration camp and hang out with like little Jewish kids, and the Jewish kids would sneak to the fence and they would play like little games and shit.
Yeah.
Well, then one day he lets the little Jewish kid out and he goes into the fence, the officer's son, and they like swap clothes, and he ends up dying in a gas chamber. The officer's kid does, and that's how the movie ends.
Wow, dude.
And so it's like,
yeah,
you know, that's real shit.
Those are the ones where you leave the theater uncomfortable, but it's like it really. I think those are the ones that really make you think. It puts it into perspective. You're like, oh shit, that's the real deal.
But unfortunately, kids aren't being taught that.
No, they're being taught that everything's a fairy tale ending, and you know,
everything in life is fair.
You should get everything handed to you. You shouldn't have to work for anything. Yeah, that whole thing. But anyways, let's go back 5 and hear what Dax is coming in now. So let's hear him.
Making music is a privilege and a choice. And if you ever get to be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I sway by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. We got medication straight through voice. Some give life, and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hint. That there's other things in life we should enjoy. We move mountains, we cross states, we play roles in presidential debates. So don't you try and tell me making music is for fun, and you don't care about the things that our music helped make. Man, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll change. I'm the outcome of this world and my pain, and this music is pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say.
Okay. I know. We always pause right before the choruses and stuff. I'm sorry. Like we gotta talk about what we just heard.
Yeah, you had some shit to say.
Dude, that I love that line. That line was so respectable about don't sit there and say that music is fun. You know,
we do the music for the fun.
Yeah, to an extent, yes, music is fun and it's what we do and it's our passion and this and that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like we're all out here trying to make money, you know, and why not make money on something that you're passionate about? And the guys that are actually, you know, like Tom and Dax, you know, they fucking grind, man, and the only reason they are where they are is because, you know, they didn't listen to that shit. Oh, you know, that music that you're making is nice, but it's never going to take you anywhere, you know. But I don't know how many fucking times I've heard that in my life, dude. Like, oh, you know, like your music's good, but you know, it's just Matt's got this nice little hobby and he's got all these nice instruments and like he's really good at it, but you know, they don't ever expect you to fucking do anything with it, right? So I like that the message is pretty much just like, you know, don't come in here and like this money's nice and everything, but you know, it doesn't just come to you for no reason. You have to work for it. You know, it all comes together.
Well, and it comes down to like working for it, but he's also like, if you're in that position, like do something good with it.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Instead of just like wasting all your verses and your time, and you know, sure you're gonna get paid for it, but like at what cost? You know,
and he's burning that $20 bill. Like this money's nothing. You know, it really at the end of the day it doesn't do anything. It's just paper that exchanges value or places value on materialistic shit.
It's all paper and it's all in our heads. Like it's valued something when really it's just another piece of paper.
It's literally just paper. So.
That was always an important thing to me when we started, and you know, I used to listen to a lot of music that dealt with, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll, like you know, when I started to get into hip hop, you know, the whole Xanax rappers and all that shit, like I was into that just because like the music felt good, whatever. But then when I started that band Insidia, Insidia is actually Latin and Greek. That's why we named our band Insidia.
Oh.
And it's positive change through positive influence is what it means.
I like that.
So we would write our music all about, we'd have something tough. We had a song that it was inspired by our drummer where, he told a story about how he loved a girl and he was dating her and they were supposed to get married and things didn't work out and kind of how he viewed with it. And he kind of went down a downward spiral and he came back because of this, that, and the other.
Gotcha.
And so we wrote a song around how he dealt with all that. And, it was super cool where we had a whole bunch of different, and that ended up being like everybody's favorite song.
Nice. There you go.
But we tried to make sure all of our songs had some sort of positive message, or it was just a fun song.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with a fun song, but
exactly.
We try to steer away from all of that, promoting drugs, violence, all that shit.
Yep.
And it really hit home. We played a show in State Line, Idaho. You guys are going to hear me say it because we played there a lot.
It's a good scene up there.
We had a guy come to us, and he said, I kind of followed you guys on Facebook. He said, I saw you guys when you guys played in Spokane at this bar. I was hanging out with, your band manager, Gary, and, I thought you guys were pretty good, whatever. He goes, I've been going through some shit. I lost my house. My mom died of cancer last month. And he goes, it's just been a really rough time. And he said, last night, he said, I was just going to off myself. And he said, Gary said that you guys had a show. He was going to give me a ticket, wanted to hang out. No, I've been going through a rough time. He said, I want you guys to know I heard that song today when you guys played it, and it just changed me.
Nice.
And, that's when it, hit home for me that I'm like, wow. What we do on stage and what we write and the words we sing and the melodies we put together and the strings we play on the guitar have an effect on someone.
Yeah, man, someone's always listening,
Yeah.
There's always someone out there listening to your shit. So, and it could be the one guy that's cool, man. That's a good message.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Sorry about the digression. We'll move forward here, guys.
Yeah.
We got a
And
few
this
minutes
music
left
is
here.
pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say,
You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can't blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can't blame the rappers. Yeah, I'm a rapper, but
Is he saying you can blame the rappers, or
You can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that earlier, guys. My bad. You can blame the rappers. You can blame the rappers when you're showing up and singing the songs that make you dumb.
Yeah. Or listening to the songs that make you dumb.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry about that. I heard it differently earlier. I thought he was saying you can't blame the rappers when you're showing up and singing it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got it. Sorry about that, guys. All right, here we go.
that make you dumb. You can't blame the Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I swear that I'm embarrassed. Half of these artists can't even talk, they just mumble the lyrics.
Yeah.
And the teenagers listen while they rebel from their parents. While the rappers tell them pop a pill, buy Gucci and wear it. They say screw the police, break the rules, smoke weed, buy some shoes you don't need, rep the hood in your street. All these rappers holding guns and now the kids want some. Mess around and kill they homie, you can't clean that blood. We encourage being stupid with our music, and we're normalizing poor moral standards while we do it. Little boys see the way that women look on our videos and assume it's real life, project that image on little girls. It's unrealistic. If you're young and you listen, you are one in a million. You are loved, you are different. Hey, hip hop. I know life moves on, but while I'm here, how could you write that, dog? You can blame the rappers.
I like that. I like that. At the end of both of his verses, he's been like, "How could you write that, dog?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah. Are you not thinking about your impact?
especially, knowing that the point you're at, where you have all this influence, how could you still be writing shit like that, man? Like, people are literally looking up to you, and when you know, like you said, when you know your demographic skews younger, like, why are you writing that shit, man?
Yeah.
Come on, like these kids are looking up to you for the next step in their life, man.
Yeah.
Like they're looking to you for advice, and that's what you're gonna give them.
Yeah,
That's shit.
I mean, especially I think a lot of kids are really, they're really impressionable and influenced when they're younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it becomes really, really, really important when they're in high school. Because in high school, that's when somebody starts to think about, well, what do I want to do with my life?
Well, and they get a little bit more freedom too. That's usually when they get their first car, their cell phones start to roll in, things like that. So
And so they get the whole, you know, what am I going to do with my life? And then, you know, they think back to all these successful people that they listen to, these musicians, movie actors, you know, all these different things.
All the people they want to be.
And they go, I want to be just like that guy. What do I need to do to do that? Oh, I need to go, you know, buy myself a gun, sag my pants, hang out in the street and sell crack. It's like, okay,
that's what he said in his last album,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So a little bit of that comes from also, you know, knowing yourself. And knowing that that's, you know, obviously not the right path, but that's the thing.
And I think a lot of it comes down to the parents too.
Yeah,
like,
some of these kids don't grow up with any other options. So
yeah, I mean, if you're a parent, you know, I lived in a Christian household. You know, I was supposed to go to church all the time. Stuff like country music was bad. Okay, classical music was bad. If it wasn't singing about Jesus, it was bad. Okay. Like, look, that's a little overboard, but, like, do censor and kind of monitor what your kids listen to, because there's a lot of stuff out there that's good, and there's more stuff that's bad.
Definitely.
You know, people are influenced by that.
Yep.
And so, you know,
keep an eye out. Keep an eye out to what your kids are listening to.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Did you write that, dog? You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the songs that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers. Dollar bills and popping pills like party songs. It's not cool in real life. Cheap thrills and going till the morning comes. See what that feels like. You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers.
wow.
I was wondering if Nova did the video. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was
all right,
good.
dude. I'm down, man. That was a really, really good song.
Yeah.
I always, and it's still to this day, like the videos we watch of Tom, I always come in thinking that the choruses are gonna be a little bit faster, and he always comes into the chorus and slows things down a little bit. So
Yeah.
I always like being pleasantly surprised by that.
And you know, he usually does that when he's got something important to say. You notice when he talks about another rapper. You know, we covered No Response, right? That was a pretty quick song, but there were sections in that were slowed down because he's like, I need you to listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that this entire song, there really wasn't a whole lot of fast rapping. Because everything was important to hear. And I like that.
Yeah, and on another note, like I like Dax, man. I'm on board with Dax
great.
for sure. I like his flow, his style.
Yeah.
Like you said, he enunciates very well. I've appreciated that since the first video we watched of his, man. He's got good flow.
Like Tom said, there's a lot of rappers out here just mumbling.
Yeah,
know,
exactly. A lot of them you
just
can't understand, you know. And these are the rappers that your kids are looking up to. So like, watch what your kids are watching.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
dude, that was great, man.
You know, and I think even for adults, there's a lot of music like, we were fucking around at the shop, just kind of, you know, making fun of my boss Jason. You know, like, oh man, he's getting a little older now. So we started playing like DMX and stuff, which is like shit he grew up on.
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
was like, you know, college or high school or whatever. And so I mean, to some of you guys, you're like, damn, he's still new to me. You know, like he passed away or whatever. But yeah, so we were kind of poking fun listening to that, and I remember sitting there in the shop working, and I'm listening to all this rap music that was coming out then, and I'm just like, dude, I remember listening to these thinking it was so cool, and now I listen to it going, dude, this is like, the content of this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's just all about drugs, all about hanging out at the club and all this shit,
Banging chicks and
and it's like, I relate to none of that. Okay. But like it almost, like, it really put me in a down mood, and like, so I think even as an adult it's important to like manage what you listen to because it'll affect your mental space.
That makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
It's always good. I always enjoy when I'm sitting there. Just yesterday, we had Upchurch Radio on Pandora blasting, right? I'm like, oh, it's my boy Justin. He's about to spit a verse, it puts me in a good mood.
Yeah,
and shit,
for
listening
sure.
to those guys.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, always, yeah. Just make sure you listen to stuff that's got positive messages.
Absolutely.
Unless you're in a room and your intention is to break something, then listen to some fucking aggressive shit.
Let's start a riot. Just a little fact about that song. I don't know why this came to my mind, but welcome to 307 React.
Yeah, hey, here we are.
That song Riot is you can't play it at the Knitting Factory in Spokane. It's
Why?
outlawed.
Oh, because so
the
many
original
people have...
band came in and played that song, and
is that 3 Days Grace or something?
I think so, but I don't remember.
3 Days Grace.
But yeah, the original band come in and played that song, and people were going so wild at the show that they destroyed over $300,000 worth of equipment and property.
They actually started a riot.
Yeah. So the Knitting Factory was like,
nope,
no more.
No more of that song. No more of that riot starting shit.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, guys, if you like this episode, please leave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yep.
Be sure to leave a comment below. Let us know what you guys want to see, what we want added to the list.
Absolutely.
Hit that subscribe button. You have to ring the notification bell and set it to all, and that makes you a part of the notification gang. I give this video 4.5 out of 5 backwards hats.
Dude, I'm all at 5 out of 5 on this one.
Dude,
yeah.
it's good, man. I love the collab.
We said in that Dax video, I'd love to see a collab with Tom and Dax.
And then they just
and it already existed. We're just aloof to everything in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this song was really great. It had a great message. I appreciated the chorus was really nice. I like how they both sang together. I mean, the videography, Nova's always on point with that. Shout out to Nova. Shout out to Tom. Dax, you're really cool, dude. I didn't realize, we didn't discover you till, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a
week ago, yeah.
And I had no idea you had such a big following you did.
Crazy,
and,
man.
He put a post saying, hey, I have this new song, Dear Moms. If you guys haven't checked it out, we reacted to it. It dropped on Mother's Day. Go ahead and check that out.
For sure.
And I just commented on it. I was like, oh, yeah, dude, we just did a reaction to it. It was a really good song. I sent it to my mom. She loved it. She cried, like your song's having a positive impact.
Yeah.
And I like that. And, he took the time to go ahead and reply to that, which I thought was really cool. He really didn't have to do that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He's got 3 million subscribers.
3
His
million
hands are
subs.
full looking at comments.
Yeah, no
okay?
shit, for sure.
But
really, really cool, man, that he did that.
Really cool guys, and I'm excited to see what they have in the future. So
we've blabbed a lot, but just so you guys are aware, shirts are on the way. We're going to have more information for that. We'll have a link set up soon to where you guys can buy them. Give us your information. We'll ship them out anywhere in the world, and we'll go from there, man. So.
And go ahead and follow those handles down in the description below. Instagram, Facebook, fucking TikTok, Pornhub, all those.
That's all the ones. So
they're all down there.
Till next time, guys.
Bow. Pornhub, I don't know.
Or whatever weird shit you guys are watching out there.